starts right now.
A San Antonio mother still holding on to hope 7 years after her son died in her arms. Why she isn't giving up on bringing her son's killer to justice.
And stomping out speeding. People who live near a busy road are saying enough is enough. Find out how they're taking matters into their own hands.
Plus, animals adjusting to the heat. This scorching summer is affecting more than just people. What one woman is doing to make sure the animals in her barn are staying safe in this historic heat. And happening right now, we're going to start with a major closure on Loop 1604. This one is scheduled to run throughout the weekend.
Yeah, TxDOT just closed both sides of the highway near Blanco Road. Crews are planning to demolish a bridge there by Monday morning. We want to give you a live look right now at 1604, where construction is just getting started. So here's the thing. Crews also have to do some drainage work, and the closure is going to be along 3.5 miles of 1604.
Now, if your weekend includes travel on the north side, here's what you need to know. Westbound 1604 will be closed between the Blanco Road exit ramp to the Blanco Road entrance ramp. The westbound lanes will also be closed between the Northwest Military Highway exit ramp to the Northwest Military Highway entrance ramp. Eastbound 1604 will be closed between the Bitters Road exit ramp and the Blanco Road entrance ramp.
Now, traffic is going to be detoured onto the frontage road. The closures just started about an hour ago. TxDOT says that those lanes are going to stay closed through 5 o'clock Monday morning. All right, we have a lot of this information, or all this information, right now on KSAT.com.
It's important to keep my son's memory alive. And since his case is still unsolved, to me it's very important to keep it out.
Today marks 7 years since a local mother lost her son. What makes it even more painful? Police still don't know who killed Isaac Orozco.
Yeah, someone shot and killed the 20-year-old on this very day in 2016. His mother, Janie Edwards, tells the night team's John Paul Barajas that her family is desperate for closure.
A family's painful tradition, remembering a life cut short at 20 years old.
We love you, Isaac. Justice for Isaac.
7 years ago, on July 28, 2016, someone inside a black SUV shot and killed Isaac Orozco right outside his mother's apartment. Janie Edwards says her son died in her arms.
I just hold his hand, and he was getting cold, and I just told him that I was there. I was telling him not to close his eyes because he was going into shock.
Now she's left with just memories, but no answers. While Edwards says San Antonio police are still accepting tips, no arrests have been made.
All of a sudden, I'm at the top, hoping, and then it's like, okay, and then it goes back down, and it goes back up, and it's like, it's just a roller coaster. I just want something to happen indefinite, to get closure, at least that part. I want closure.
Faith and love for her son keep her going as she refuses to give up year in.
After 5 years, the family of Isaac Orozco is still looking for answers in his unsolved murder.
And year out, wishing she could see her son one last time.
I would tell him that I love him and that I miss him and that I wish he was here.
John Paul Barajas, KSAT 12 News.
You could feel her pain. Yeah, if you know anything about this case, please call Crime Stoppers, because they'll pay up to $5,000 for any information that leads to an arrest. And their number is 210-224-STOP.
It's a clue in ink. This dragon tattoo is a clue that investigators are hoping that will help them solve a gruesome discovery from last week. The Bexar County Sheriff's Office needs the public's help to identify a headless torso they found in some luggage. Their Texas Rangers Forensic Lab actually created a mock-up of this tattoo based on what was left of the body inside that luggage. No head, no arms, no legs, just the torso. It was found on a piece of property in the 1800 block of South Loop 1604 last week. Sheriff Javier Salazar says investigators have exhausted all other resources to try to identify those remains.
We've done our own checking through our jail database, through the state prison database, to see if we've got systems in place in our jail where we can query dragon tattoo on back, for example, and we just haven't had any response.
If you know someone that's missing who has this dragon tattoo on their back, or if you know anything about this crime, call the Bexar County Sheriff's Office immediately. It's known as Dead Man's Curve because of how often vehicles crash along this very stretch of road. People who live near Prue Road in between Bandera and Babcock have been complaining about it for years.
But now they show the night team's Patty Santos how they're finally putting a stop to all the crashes.
Once they pick up speed coming down that hill, there's just no stopping them.
The city is putting the brakes on speeders who use Prue Road between Babcock and Bandera Road.
We've been hearing complaints about this one curve for way too long.
This stretch of road is known as Deadman's Curve. People who live nearby describe speeders losing control and crashing into their homes.
It's not just unsafe, but it's demonstrably unsafe because they've had cars flying through their backyards, crashing through fences.
So it was a process.
Michelle Martinez has been trying to get someone to listen to her concerns for 2 years.
There's over 300 people in these two Westfield neighborhoods.
She says pulling out and into Prue Road is a Hail Mary every time. The city has spent money on road signs and sent traffic officers to the area to find speeders, but nothing's worked.
We have pulled from every lever.
The next step is installing a 4-way traffic signal on Westfield and Prue Road. It's at least $500,000. Thing is, that's not going up until next year if city leaders approve it and add it to the budget. So in the meantime, the city reduced the speed limit.
We set our cruise control to 35, but you can see the cars next to us are still passing us. The light is gonna make people stop in between this long stretch of road.
Martinez urges other neighbors with speeding problems to speak up.
I wanted people to understand that not saying anything doesn't get things done.
Patty Santos, KSAT 12 News.
Speaking of that budget, the city is hosting budget town hall meetings starting next month. They're called Speak Up SA. It's the community's opportunity to bring up issues that are important to you in your neighborhood.
So if you want to go to those meetings or you just want to learn more about them, you can look for this story on our website, KSAT.com. A registered sex offender in Guadalupe County is wanted on more charges in a different county now. Jared Kirkus was charged with child trafficking and sexual assault of a child back on July 12th in Comal County. He bonded out, and then 8 days later, the Guadalupe County Sheriff's Office issued Kirkus a new arrest warrant for possession of child pornography. Deputies say that he uses Snapchat to find and then hurt his victims. If you see Kirkus or you know where he is, you can call Crime Stoppers at 830-620-8477.
A man that paid someone thousands of dollars to have his ex-girlfriend killed finally sentenced this afternoon. Teodoro Torres will spend the next 12 years behind bars in connection to the 2019 murder for hire. Torres had originally asked a friend to kill his ex-girlfriend because she wouldn't let him see his son. That friend told the ex-girlfriend, then set Torres up with someone who he thought was a hitman. It was actually an undercover Texas Ranger. Torres not allowed to contact his ex-girlfriend or his son while he's in prison, and he won't be eligible for parole until he's served half of his sentence.
After years of controversy, the Native American Indian statue that once stood in front of the Red McCombs Hyundai dealership has come down. Now, we previously reported that the statue would be removed on Monday, but sources are telling KSAT that it's already come down. The McCombs dealership has not yet said what it plans to do with the statue, so stay tuned for that.
We did hit 100 today very briefly this afternoon, a very short, just basically for a few minutes, but it counts. 100 degrees, so our streak now is at 5 consecutive days, and total for the year is at 33, whereas by this time last year we had 48 100-degree days. We're going to keep tallying them up, though. It's going to be a close call tomorrow, but I do anticipate more triple-digit heat on the way. We've got the African dust to talk about, how it's going to be moving out of town and how long it's going to stay away from us. Tropical moisture, where that's going to be, and of course your entire weekend in just a bit.
Thank you, Adam. Now for a look at some of today's big headlines in your Nightbeat News Flash. An Alabama woman that made national headlines for faking her own kidnapping is facing charges tonight. Carly Russell called police back on July 13th to report she saw a child on the side of an interstate, then disappeared. 2 days later, she turned up at her parents' home and told police she was abducted. Now her attorneys say she made it all up, so police charged Russell with 2 counts of false reporting. Both charges carry a year prison sentence. The Houston Police Department releasing its final report in connection with the deadly Travis Scott Astro World Music Festival. 10 people, including a 9-year-old boy, died in a crowd surge at that festival back in November of 2021. The final report, more than 1,200 pages long, it details what led up to the surge that night. This comes a month after a Harris County grand jury determined no charges will be filed in those 10 deaths. Ford F-150 owners, listen up. Nearly 900,000 trucks being recalled for having brake issues. Something happening in models that are made between 2021 and 2023. Ford says the parking brakes in some of those trucks, they're being activated on their own without the driver, sometimes while that truck is in motion. You can have your truck inspected at any Ford dealership free of charge. And that's a look at your Nightbeat News Flash.
Yep, we're still talking about beating the heat. It is easier said than done for people, but what about animals? Find out how one woman is making sure that all of the animals in her barn are adapting to the weather. Summer scorching. Breaking news, right? And businesses across Bexar County are adjusting to the heat. One horseback riding center in Helotes is hoping that a new schedule is going to keep its animals healthy. Our night team's Avery Everett shows us inside that barn and how animal safety this summer is really a concern across the city.
There's so much that goes into a horse.
Every riding lesson taught by Morgan Fabry,
watching the ears for signals, watching the tail for signals,
leaves students looking out for signals.
Horses do talk to you, just not with words, with their body.
With the extreme heat in Helotes, Fabry says she's hoping her horses stay healthy.
It is insane. And this summer's been, I feel like, way more brutal than the previous summers. So in the middle of our rides, our students are unsaddling and bringing their horses in, cooling them off with the water hose.
Her riding center, the Gentle Cowgirl, is mostly holding off on lessons during the day.
So way more than we normally would.
But she's still teaching, just in a non-traditional way.
Owners here at this farm say a good lesson doesn't just mean riding a horse. They're taking a lot of their training sessions indoors, teaching kids about how to take good care of their horses.
How to clean a stall, braiding their manes and their tails, cleaning their feet.
It's a business adjustment that the Greater San Antonio Chamber of Commerce says is happening across the city.
Opening a business in this area, you've got to take the heat into account. The ones we talk to bend over backwards.
At the stables, safety is top of mind.
We're trying to stay out of the heat during the really hot part of the days, but it's been an adjustment.
There's no lesson teaching Fabry how to work around the heat.
It's difficult. It definitely is.
But she says she's learning every day and saddling up to withstand the Texas summer. Avery Everett, KSAT 12 News.
Well, we're still weeks away from school starting back up, but it's not too early to start getting ready.
Never too early. Happening tomorrow, the Bernie ISD is welcoming students and their families to its Back to School resource rally. With some help from a few local nonprofits, the district is giving its most vulnerable students and families a chance to ensure that they're ready for a successful school year.
The families can take advantage of things like school supplies, dental and vision screenings, required immunizations, and other resources. If you're interested in going, it's happening tomorrow from 9 in the morning till noon at the Bernie ISD Training Center on Lohman Street.
Also happening tomorrow, an East Side civil rights hero's legacy is set to last forever. John Inman was a barber, but actually way more than that. He was actually a voice for the oppressed that always spoke out against injustice here in San Antonio. His voice and legacy are going to be cemented in time with a historical marker just outside of the historic Mount Zion Baptist Church. That's where he worshiped every Sunday. And that's happening tomorrow morning at 10 at Mount Zion on Martin Luther King Drive. All right, now we're taking a live look outside. 88 degrees right now. And yes, another hot weekend, but the dust is clearing.
It is. The dust is going to be clearing out gradually but noticeably throughout the weekend. And I want to put it in perspective. This heat is not as bad as what we had back in June and even early July when we were 105, 106 with high humidity. We don't have that high humidity in the afternoon. Check out this weekend. Tomorrow's going to be similar to today, 100 the high, some ornamental clouds in the sky. Then Sunday, sunny and 101. But this is the key. The afternoon dew points drop off. This has been the trend. Really, the only benefit of not having the rain and drying out is that we get a reprieve from the humidity in the afternoon with the drier air mixing down. We did not get that back in June and even the first 2 weeks of July. the humidity stayed in the oppressive levels, and that gave us our record heat index value of 117 back in June. It's a different kind of heat that we have out there. It's not as intense and it's not as humid. All right, the dust. Dusty haze out there again today. This dust is slowly thinning out, and it'll be very light tomorrow and then pretty much non-existent as we get into Sunday. You won't be noticing the dust at all. And the big picture actually shows it into next week and at least the foreseeable future here, staying out of our area and not even in the Gulf of Mexico. Air quality not affected by that dust. Moderate levels is where it was today, and that's typical for this time of year, and that's just a step down from good. Next category would be unhealthy. We never got there with the dust this go around. Here's a big picture. Upper level high, big blue H. It's centered over New Mexico, still influencing us, but the door's open for a disturbance. And actually there is one that's coming in off the Gulf of Mexico into Mexico and even through some showers into the valley and far south Texas, and especially a good amount of activity offshore. What we also are looking for is some tropical moisture, because this is all going to stay to the south of us and we'll just get some blow off clouds from it. There's a system we're watching here that's crossing over Central America into the Pacific with an 80% likelihood of developing over the next 5 days just south of Mexico. Sometimes we can tap into moisture from those systems and energy. That's not the case here. That's just going to stay far away from us. And then a 70% chance of development way out in the Atlantic over the next 5 days as that disturbance heads westward. So the likelihood right now that it's going to turn into a tropical cyclone within the next 5 days, but that doesn't mean it's going to head in our direction. As for our rainfall potential, it's pretty bleak here. Next 7 days. Actually, I feel kind of cheated, to be honest with you. And I know this is fairly typical in the summertime, but you look at the big picture and we just have a big donut hole right over Texas and even Oklahoma, and everything's deflected around us with that heat high. Quick look at our area lake reservoir levels. Canyon Lake Reservoir, 72% full. That's 14 feet below the conservation pool. That's the lowest level since 2009. Medina still 5% full. That's 84 feet below, but Medina's notorious for big fluctuations and even big drops. As for the beaches and the bays this weekend, pretty good for fishing in the bays. Just a light chop. Highs, as usual, low to mid 90s. On the Gulf side, seas 2 feet, but water temperatures are way up there. We're talking anywhere from 86 to 91 degrees for the water temperature. Looking ahead, a lot of sunshine, but at least that dusty haze stays away. 103 by the early part of next week. That'll be coming on Tuesday and Wednesday. Still hot, but a little more typical for this time of year. Not as oppressive as what we had earlier this summer.
All right, Adam, thank you.
All right, he is the face of the Cowboys defense, and you get the feeling he's okay with that.
Yeah, I think he likes it, number one. And number two, he is probably the most fun player on the Cowboys to watch, because you never know what he's going to do. You never know where he's going to line up.
What he's going to say.
The Cowboys' Micah Parsons has some interesting analogies when it comes to his defense. In other words, if you can't swim, you better learn. And the Spurs' Kellen Johnson ready for any role Pop wants him to play this season, as long as the team is winning.
Camping with KSAT, powered by Davis Law Firm.
And the Cowboys closed up practice today. No fans on hand. They were just in shorts and jerseys for a walkthrough. And even with a calmer, quieter practice, it's still hard to slow down one guy in particular on defense. That would be Micah Parsons. And if you are playing next to him, you better know how to swim, because according to Micah, it is about to get deep. Here is Larry Ramirez from Oxnard.
Yeah, Dallas Cowboys linebacker Micah Parsons is a man on a mission. Entering his third season with the Cowboys, he told us their defense can be right up there with the Legion of Boom. And it starts with Micah challenging himself and his teammates.
Man, I'm ready to take everybody to the deep water. You know, everybody comfortable when their knees in the water. I'm ready to go out into the deep water. I hope everybody prepared to go into the deep water. In terms of my conditioning, where I'm at, how I determined how I was going to get better this year, I think it's through the roof. I just hope everybody's ready.
The Lion is ready to attack. He loves to push an envelope when it comes to getting better, and he's going to make sure his teammates can handle the deep water.
Man, you got to see if they can swim. I'm going to take them on the island. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to take you on the island. I'm going to put it straight like that. And I want to see how you're going to be able to swim.
Number 11 says he's tired of being second, tired of coming up short, referencing the 2 playoff losses he's experienced with the Cowboys. And because of that, he challenged his teammates with these words.
And it just comes down to and I told this to the guys, is the price of discipline worth the lifetime of regret? And for me, it just don't.
Cowboys defensive coordinator Dan Quinn pointed out he has plenty of guys who'd say the same exact thing as Parsons, but his best defender saying it is a good thing.
And I think what I love about the quote is that means they're getting tighter and more connected, because when you really integrate the team to the very best, that's when we're going to need it. You know, when you're in the playoffs, there's 2 minutes and 10 seconds, and it's 13-13, and the guys right next to you have put the work in, and you know them better than just a teammate, man. You love this guy, and you'll do anything for him. And so that's what I think of when I hear a quote like that. He said it, but I think a lot of guys would feel that way.
And you know what? Dan Quinn led Seattle's Legion of Boom defense, and he certainly has the Cowboys D trending in the right direction. Back to you.
All right, Larry, thank you very much. Of course, here's the schedule for tomorrow. Opening ceremony, that's always a lot of fun. And then the Cowboys will practice after that. Sunday night, they get a day off. But don't forget, Jerry Jones will be joining us live right here on Instant Replay. And then Monday, it is the first practice in pads. While the Cowboys close their practice, the Houston Texans opened theirs for the fans this morning. Had some fun activities for the kids going on in Houston. It was a chance for the fans to get a closer look at some of their favorites, like running back Dameon Pierce, one of the bright spots last season. He was on his way to rushing for 1,000 yards, but got hurt in the second half against the Cowboys and ended up missing the last 4 games. He also missed a 1,000-yard season by 61 yards. Head coach D'Amico Ryans told us today so far he's impressed with Dameon. He looks strong and healthy.
Dameon has been, having a really great offseason. From OTAs even to now, he looks great in shape. I mean, every time he touches the ball, you see the speed, you see the physicality. I know we don't have pads on, but you can see the mindset that Dameon runs with, and I love that mindset, and that's what we're going to need.
All right, so here's a look at their schedule. Tomorrow they get the day off, and then Sunday and Monday it's back to 9 a.m. practice. Hey, coming up, Keldon Johnson talks about the upcoming Spurs season with Wimby. Change the pace for you from football to Spurs. Keldon Johnson and his brother Caleb hosting a basketball camp for kids over at Cornerstone today. Caleb is with the Austin Spurs, the G League. Keldon coming off his best season in 4 years with the Spurs. He scored 22 a game last year, but more than happy to share it all with the young Victor Wembanyama.
I think he's a really good player and an even better person. He's a humble kid on and off the court. And I think he's going to have a really, really bright future. And, a lot of people have a lot of hype on him, but you can tell it doesn't get to him. He's a hooper. And, I love his game, and I can't wait to, get out there and play some games with him.
A hooper. While Wemby will be getting most of the attention, some eyebrows will be raised if Keldon comes off the bench. She was asked about that today since there are so many small forwards. As you would expect from him, whatever it takes to pile up some victories.
Do I expect for myself to come off the bench? No. But if any facet of the situation that me and Pop sit down or that's what's needed of me from my team, I'll do whatever it takes. Don't get me wrong, I'm a winner. I love to win. That's why I play basketball, to win. I'm a competitor. So if that's my role, then I will fulfill that.
Love that attitude.
I also like Keldon calling Wemby a kid. Keldon's that old right now.
Yeah. He is the old guy. He's about to start his 5th year.
They're all kids.
Classy guy, though. I like someone who speaks well of their colleagues. Yeah.
Passionate. We'll be right back.
All right, we're going out live here to a picture. This is 1604, or excuse me, not live, but we want to show you 1604 because there's a major closure on it this weekend. TxDOT closing both sides of the highway near Blanco Road because crews are planning to demolish a bridge by Monday morning.
Yeah, Blanco Road, Northwest Military, Bidders between Blanco, that kind of area. There are many different slots there that will be closed down. You can see from earlier tonight. Huge traffic backups on 1604.
Yeah, and they're going to be closed through 5 o'clock Monday morning.
Yeah, and it gets congested on those frontage roads, I'll tell you that. 76 in the morning, 100 in the afternoon. Along the Rio Grande, about 102.
Can we punch up Adam in his T-shirt that he's ready to go?
I'm not in a T-shirt.
He's got Crocs, too.
Okay, I wear Crocs.